To something very different now, and there will be fewer parties and fewer people attending than in past years, down to just 30,000 as opposed to around 40,000 normally. But the world's biggest film festival, Cannes, is getting underway with masks and hand sanitizers and hopes that it marks the re-entry back into the world for the film industry. US director Spike Lee will head this year's jury, and the opening film, an Amazon production, Annette, starring Adam Driver and Marion Cotillard. Film critic Lisa Nesselson is there. It's her 33rd time covering the festival. Lisa, a pretty different atmosphere there from previous years.
Well, there's still going to be tens of thousands of people clamoring to enter some of the best buildings to see a movie in on Earth. What's different is the health protocols, which are absolutely essential. We got in under the wire here. They just allowed 100% capacity in entertainment venues on June 30th. That was just 6 days ago. So, and people are supposed to social distance, but when you invite people from over 100 countries to attend an event, their notion of social space may be different than the French government's. People are going to be obliged to spit into vials every 48 hours if they don't have proof of vaccination that goes along with the system here in France. And apparently people are finding out that you can spit once, but that isn't necessarily enough to figure out whether you're ill or not. So people are learning how to spit with their traditional skill set. I guess that's something different. So right now it's relatively calm, but watch this spot. It's going to fill up.
Okay, meanwhile, Lisa, moving away from the COVID side of things, Spike Lee is president of the jury, and his work begins tonight as the competition starts already this evening with a French film in English. It's Annette. Tell us more about it.
Well, this is by Leos Carax, who was last here 8 or 9 years ago with Holy Motors. He doesn't make a lot of movies, but they're all very, very special. And this one is apparently almost entirely sung, starring Adam Driver and Marion Cotillard, who can both really, really sing. And it was the idea for the script, and all of the songs were written by the two brothers who have been performing for decades as the group Sparks. So we're starting with a musical. It is in competition. The opening night film isn't always contending for the top prize, the Palme d'Or. You mentioned Spike Lee. His jury will have 24 films to see in a little under 10 days. And even though I do that for a living, that's a lot for people who, have professions, are accomplished, but maybe not used to concentrating on that many movies a day.
Meanwhile, Jodie Foster is going to open the festival. She has a pretty long history with this festival, Lisa.
You can say that again. She was here in 1976 with the film Taxi Driver, Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver, in which you'll recall she played a child prostitute. She was 12 years old when they made that movie. So she came to Cannes having played a child prostitute, and that film went on to win the Palme d'Or. So she's back for the festival to honor her. And of course, she went to a French high school and is perfectly bilingual. So she has a high profile because she's an incredibly accomplished, talented performer, but also because the French understand every word she says.
Film critic Lisa Nesselson in Cannes covering that festival for us. Thanks indeed.